Alright, what's up guys? This series has been in the back of my brain since basically the start of this channel, and I'm really excited to finally start it. I am basically going to be completing a bracket of every single Ben 10 alien from the original series to Omniverse. And we're going to see which alien is the best. To quickly sum up how this is going to work, all the aliens competing in this tournament have been randomly seeded and placed into a bracket. I'm going to run through each matchup until the last match, ironically being match number 69. I'll be going through this bracket with the following criteria based on the aliens: the models, the powers, the fights, and the impact the alien had on the show. Of course, this is all going to be in my own opinion, and I'm not including the reboot series because I haven't watched it yet. With all that being said, let's begin with round 1 and 2 of this bracket. Alright, so the first match we have for the series is going to be Waybig versus Blitzwolfer. So Waybig is obviously the biggest of all the aliens, that's literally in his name. I guess he was made mainly to fight against the bigger villains, like Vilgax or anyone huge. But otherwise, his powers, kind of boring. He just had like a little laser when he put his hands together. The one scene I can remember, like a remarkable scene, was when he like lost Waybig when he was fighting Eon. So that was a pretty cool scene. But other than that, he didn't really do that much. Like, oh, he was in that one movie, but like that's about it. However, Blitzwolfer is a really cool alien for the reason that during like the original series, there's a bunch of like episodes revolving around the resurrection of Ghost Freak, and basically Blitzwolfer, which is a wolf-like alien, Ben got it from during that series because like there was a wolf helping the villains get Ghost Freak back. So it was really interesting. Like the episodes Blitzwolfer was in, it was really good, and I actually do like the whole werewolf style and how he screams. It's a really cool power. And his mouth opens like in four ways. I think it's a really cool alien. So I'm gonna give this one to Blitzwolfer. All right. So the next matchup is Kickenhawk versus Walkatrout. Now these both from Omniverse, I believe. So Kickenhawk, he's a bird, just a regular bird with that just fights. I'm pretty sure he didn't have any of the powers. And then Walkatrout, yeah, I'm gonna give this one a Kickenhawk. I don't need to explain myself here. Yeah, next. Okay, so this next one is actually really gonna be close. So we have Forearms versus Vampire. Now, Forearms, again, he was an OG. He was from the original series. He was basically Ben's strongest alien before Waybig, like in terms of like fists and fighting. And it was mainly like, just four strong arms, beat up people. Ben basically won every single time he needed like a real alien, like without magical powers, basically. So he's the OG. He's strong, he's cool, and I love his design. Really, really cool design. But then we have Vampire, which again in Omniverse, he was like a vampire, like, which is it was all right. Like we had the Frankenstein alien. Again, we had Blitzwolfer, which was a werewolf. So I guess adding a vampire didn't not make sense, and he was pretty cool. I do like his design. Again, just vampire powers, but I'm gonna give this one a Forearms just because Forearms, he's original. I love his design. I loved him when I was a kid when I was watching the original show, so giving this a Forearms. Alright, next we have Ultimate Spider Monkey and Jet Ray. So Ultimate Spider Monkey being the ultimate version of Spider Monkey, which I do like the change from just a regular monkey to an ape. I think that's a really cool design. I like how he has like spider legs instead of just acting like a spider. Like he actually has like spider qualities. I really like that. And I think his power is mainly just squirting like webs out of his mouth. So I do like his design. I like everything about him. He was part of the whole Spider Monkey arc with like the One King. Then we have Jet Ray, which is just a better Stingfly. He has lasers. He can fly, I think, faster than Stingfly, so it kind of made Stingfly irrelevant. Which I guess this was Alien Force, it didn't really matter. But at any rate, yeah, Jet Ray's cool. He was again a flying alien, and he was fast too. But I'm gonna give this one an Ultimate Spider Monkey just because I like the model of it. His powers are a little cooler than just a laser. And sure, Jet Ray has more utility, but Spider Monkey is just more cool, and I'm gonna give it to Spider Monkey. All right, another interesting one. We have Gravitack versus Shock Squatch. Now, Gravitack, funny enough, this one when I originally watched Omniverse, I thought it was Brainstorm. Like I just thought it was like a new like form of Brainstorm because I just loved Brainstorm. I just thought it was Brainstorm, just gravity, just cool, but turns out it wasn't. They might be the same species of like aliens, but at any rate, Gravitack really really cool alien. Overpowered as well. Like Omniverse was during that series, they added a lot of strong aliens. This one no exception. Being able to like manipulate gravity, that's pretty cool and pretty overpowered if you ask me. And again, like the design looks a lot like Brainstorm, but done better. Turns to like a sphere. That was really cool. So I can't really think of any like remarkable like fights, but everything else is phenomenal. Then we have Shock Squatch, which I'm gonna be real, don't really remember anything. He was mostly in Omniverse, but he did come out in Ultimate Alien. So he came out in Ultimate Alien. So I don't really I don't remember when though. But he's an ape with electric powers, and like I think Feedback is a much better electrical alien, much cooler. He was introduced in Omniverse, so I'm gonna give this one a grab attack. Much cooler. All right, for the final matchup of round one, we have Ultimate Wildmutt versus Buzzshock. Now, Ultimate Wildmutt, he wasn't shown much in Ultimate Alien, but he's basically just Wildmutt, which, spoiler alert, I already think is boring. Just made him red with the horn, so he looked a little cooler. That's about it. Doesn't get any other points. Buzzshock, however, he had some cool episodes. He was more of an annoying alien to like capture at least. But again, I think Feedback is a way cooler electrical alien than Buzzshock or Shock Squatch. But I don't think Ultimate Wildmutt does justice to like the Ultimates. So I'm gonna give this one to Buzzshock. And with that, that will conclude round one of the bracket. This one was just there weren't that many aliens anyway. So round two, it's gonna be everyone else basically. This is gonna be long. Let's do this. Alright, so coming hot from round one, we have Blitzwolfer versus Humongosaur. But again, Blitzwolfer, really cool alien. I really like his design. But Humongosaur, he's a dinosaur. He can grow bigger, and that's pretty much it. I will admit his design is pretty boring, and it kind of seemed just like a forearms, just like like not a version, but like a forearms like character, but like better. And it's weird because he had forearms in this in like Alien Force and Ultimate Alien, so it's weird because like then why'd you need Humongosaur? I guess I get it for the Ultimate version, but it seemed kind of unnecessary, and I didn't really like that. And I like Blitzwolfer being a more unique character, so I'm actually gonna give this to Blitzwolfer. All right, this is gonna be interesting. Next we have Alien X versus Ditto. Now Alien X, he is a really cool alien. I really like his design. He can do whatever he wants. The only issue is that he has to Ben has to like argue with two other minds, I guess I would say. Really cool character, alien. I really love the design. And again, power is basically over like anything. Like it's just creative mode. Like you get whatever you want. Ditto, he was introduced at the end of the original series, so it's kind of like weird. And literally, all he does is duplicate. Alien is just useless otherwise. He's just a short little alien. He can duplicate, and that's pretty much it. I think Echo Echo is a much better design for a Ditto-like alien, as we'll see again, as we'll see later. So I'm gonna obviously give this one to Alien X. Alright, next we have Spitter versus Frankenstrike. So Spitter, I think he was introduced in the Ben 10,000 episode. So, and literally all he does is like squirt liquid out of his mouth. Kind of boring and weird design. But then we have Frankenstrike, who is again he's based off he's obviously based off Frankenstein. Much cooler design, had better episodes, and power is cooler, so 100% going to Frankenstrike. Alright, next we have Spider Monkey versus Blocks. Spider Monkey, again, as I said with the Ultimate, Spider Monkey just weak, just moves. It's just a monkey with like spider, like just think of Spider Man but worse. Then we have Blocks, which I think Blocks is actually a really cool design. It's like basically Legos, and he can build whatever he wants. He can like strengthen his like he can lengthen his body out as long as he wants. So I think Block is actually a really interesting archetype of an alien. Much more custom, can do whatever he wants. But I think Blocks is much better than Spider Monkey. So giving this to Blocks, we have Echo Echo versus Terraspin. Echo Echo again being a much better character or alien than Ditto. Much just executed better, looks cooler. The whole Ditto archetype again is fine, but you have to give it something interesting. And the interesting part is it can do like sonic waves, like it can like use sound to like flipping deafen your opponent. So much cooler design. But it's going against Terraspin, which Terraspin, he was introduced in the Ultimate Alien arc where he was fighting Agrigor, and yeah, he was just a turtle basically who would spin around and cause wind to form, which is pretty cool. He can also fly. Kind of lackluster on the design. It's just a turtle again. However, both of these have their flaws, and it's kind of hard for me to. This is like the first one where it's kind of hard for me to say which one is better. But I'm gonna give it to Echo Echo. Next, we got Chromostone versus Armadillo. Chromostone, I think was revealed in Alien Force. Really, actually, I love the design. Really cool, like rocks and just a cool design. He could basically like shoot like plasma or like something out of his like hands or body, and he can also like take in energy like ever. And that one fight between Gwen and Ben against Kevin going insane, that was a really like memorable fight, really cool fight. I really love that scene. So Chromosome gets some extra points for having good fights. And Armadillo, again, same as Terraspin. I like his design more than Terraspin, but it's like kind of lackluster. All he really does is just, what, drill into the earth. Kind of boring. Again, was shown in the whole Agrigor arc, so 100% giving this to Chromostone. No competition at all. Alright, next one, we have two OGs. We have Upchuck versus Accelerate. Upchuck wasn't revealed at the end, but a little earlier than Ditto, but Accelerate was an OG from the beginning. Just the fast character that Ben needed for like every situation ever. That's about all of his character, but he's pretty cool, I will admit. Upchuck, literally his power was eat something, shoot some energy out of your mouth, boom, dead. So this is another one where they're both original, so they get the nostalgia points obviously, but this one's kind of hard. Both have really cool designs, very creative, but I do think I'm gonna give this to Upchuck. Again, two OGs. We got Wildmutt versus Stingfly. Again, I some stuff about both of these. Both are pretty bland, pretty boring. I'll give it to Stingfly. Next, we got Kick and Hawk versus Wrath. Now, both of these have kind of similar purposes. They're both animals. Both just punching and aliens. Wrath had a more temper, had more like story, if that makes sense to it. So I think Kick and Hawk has more. I think his design's cooler because he's a bird instead of just another like beast. I'm gonna give this a Wrath. All right, next we have Ultimate Way Big versus Swampfire. So Ultimate Way Big again is just the ultimate version of Way Big, literally just taller. While you have Swampfire, who is a alien force alien. I think it's actually really cool how you have like the whole plant power and you have the fire power. So I actually really like Swampfire's powers. And as I can remember, Ultimate Way Big didn't have that many fights, while Swampfire had a lot. It was more of his go-to, so I'm gonna give this to a Swampfire. Alright, next we have Ultimate Cannonbolt versus Upgrade. Ultimate Cannonbolt is the ultimate version of Cannonbolt, obviously. Cannonbolt, it was just a roly-poly type alien, so it was kind of weird, kind of random. Well, Upgrade is, again, a very creative alien. He could go into gadgets and take control of them every time. I love when he did that. Like it was really cool and unique. Ben was obviously a kid, so he really made it interesting. So I'm gonna confidently say Upgrade. Alright, next we have Ghost Freak versus Water Hazard. All the Agrigor aliens kind of just lose their points just because like they were kind of boring for the most part, but I think Water Hazard was the coolest out of all of them. I like how you're just squirting water. It's pretty cool, I guess. And Ghost Freak, I mean, it's pretty clear. I'm gonna give this a Ghost Freak. Much, much, much cooler alien. Had such a fantastic storyline in the original series, and again, gave the most like dramatic like storyline to Ben and almost all these aliens. 110% give this a Ghost Freak, not even a question about it. After we have two more OGs, we have Cannonbolt versus Forearms. I actually do like Cannonbolt over the ultimate version of Cannonbolt, but Cannonbolt's really cool, very strong. Just again, turns into a ball, rolls around, blah blah blah. The Forearms, again, original. Like Cannonbolt came in a little after the series started. 100% giving this to Forearms again, but I do like Cannonbolt, and this is kind of the thing about brackets like this is that cool aliens I actually do like are gonna go down just because they're facing each other. So I'm gonna give this to Forearms, but I do like Cannonbolt, so don't forget that. Okay, this is interesting. We have Atomics versus Eatle. Atomics was a really interesting alien in Omniverse. Very strong, just really cool design. I really like him. Then we have Eatle, where it's literally just a knockoff version of Upchuck. So give this to Atomics for being original, I guess. Next we have Pesky Dust versus Arctic-Iguana. Now, both of these are kind of letdowns in my opinion. I think Arctic-Iguana is just boring, just an ice. It's cool to have an ice alien. It's the same as Spitter, just kind of boring. Pesky Dust, I mean, I get the joke, but like, I don't remember her even doing anything. Out of, in Omniverse, I think Ben had like 4 like useless aliens, and I mean I love all of them, like they're all funny, but like useless, and just added like weird plot development. So I'm gonna give this a Pesky Dust for some reason. All right, next we have Ultimate Big Chill versus Charmeleon. I think that's how you say it. So Charmeleon was in Ultimate Force, I believe, and he was cool. He can like turn invisible. I like his designs, like all like salamander like, and he was in like that one episode with like the whole Area 51 thing. So it was pretty cool, and he gets a little bit of points. But Ultimate Big Chill is cooler. I like the design is much cooler. Giving Big Chill the whole fire thing, but it turns into ice is actually really interesting. Like it's different like look at the whole ice thing. So giving that to Ultimate Big Chill. Alright, next we have Gatrot versus Ultimate Spider Monkey. Gatrot, similar to Atomics, really interesting in Omniverse, and it's kind of hard because he's going against Ultimate Spider Monkey, and I really do like Ultimate Spider Monkey, so even though Gutshot was really cool in Omniverse, I'm going to give this to Ultimate Spider Monkey. So similar thing to Cannibal, I really do like Gutshot, but the issue is that I really like Spider Monkey more, so I'm gonna give it to Ultimate Spider Monkey, but again, Gutshot is not bad at all. Alright, next we have Heat Blast versus Feedback. Heat Blast was, again, original. He gets points for that. He was just a fire alien, he could fly a little bit. I think like the little kid in Alien Force was really cool with Heat Blast. I think that was really cool. But then you have Feedback, which Feedback gets a lot of points for just being a really cool, I wouldn't say alien, like I wouldn't say he was cool because, you know, he was an alien, but his whole story was interesting. It gave Ben more personality, gave him more like trauma, which was a different, the whole like thing was a different universe, so whatever. Set up the villains in Omniverse, so I'm gonna have to give this a Feedback. Alright, next we have Lodestar versus iGuy. Both of these you didn't see that much in the series, which is weird because they're both really cool. Lodestar can like has magnetic powers, which was interesting. I really do like the design, voicing. Then you have iGuy, which was like just an eye alien who can like shoot lasers. He looked cooler than Lodestar, but I'm gonna give it to Lodestar just for everything else. The name's cooler. Yeah, he's not staring at me half the time. Alright, next we have Snarrow versus Clockwork. Totally didn't have to check who Snarrow was, but Snarrow was the mummy. Again, similar to Frankenstrike. Really cool story. He gets points for that. Then you Clockwork, who was a time travel alien. He gets points for that. He was used in the Eon fight, which I really love that fight. He was also used in other points when Ben needed to time travel, so similar to the other ones. I'm gonna give this a Clockwork. I think Sonora was actually really cool, but I'm gonna give it to Clockwork for just being cooler. Not design wise, but just cool power. I love time travel as just a concept, so give this a Clockwork. Alright, next we have Ball Weevil versus Mustache. Now, Mustache out of the four was just a useless alien, just literally punch you with your mustache, which he gets points for being dumb, unfortunately. Ball Weevil was just an insect with like, you can like form a ball under him. I know I'm gonna sound dumb here, but I like the dumb alien more. I think the useless dumb alien and his design just looks much cooler than Ball Weevil. Kind of boring, and I'm giving this a Mustache. Alright, next we have Nanomech versus Jerry Rig. Nanomech was kind of just a gray matter 2.0, but he can fly and shoot a laser, so pretty cool, I guess. And Jerry Rig was upgrade, but like more like physical and can just change things other than like become it. So both these kind of side character, not characters, side aliens of just other aliens that were better. Kind of hated Nanomech, so we're gonna give this to Jerry Rig. Next we have Wildvine versus Bullfrag. Bullfrag was given to Ben from the whole Frog arc, which I thought was really dumb. I think Wildvine he was given later in the original, which much cooler character. Kind of just like Snarrow, but like with vines, and I think the whole grenade thing was like there's like on his back were cool. Design is much cooler. Bullfrog is just boring, so give this a Wildvine. Alright, chugging along, we have Brainstorm versus Ultimate Swampfire. I gave some props to Brainstorm before because I really like the design and the whole like, oh, I'm smart, I'm like a billion. It's more than that. I have a really high IQ, blah blah blah. Then you have Ultimate Swampfire, which again, I love the design of Swampfire. The blue one was, I wouldn't say it's cool, but very powerful and all, but it is kind of hard, but I'm going to give this to Brainstorm because I just like him a little better. But again, Ultimate Swampfire, he's not horrible. He's on the same like tier as like Snarrow. Really cool. Alien just losing to a much better one. Alright, next we have Ripjaws versus Gravitack. Ripjaws was just the fished alien who was more useless than not. He was just, oh my god, I need water, just more of a plot device. Gravitack again, as I already mentioned, really cool. Love his powers, design, everything, so giving it to Gravitack for not being annoying. Next, you have NRG versus Fast Track. It was weird because I kind of forgot Fast Track existed. He's just an accelerate, but like not OG. That's all he literally is. NRG, again, part of the whole Agrigor arc, and I kind of like his design better. Like just cooler. He's all in a suit, and he's like a fire magma alien. So for simply just existing, I'm giving this to NRG. All right, next we have Topic versus the Worst. Again, same with the mustache one. The Worst, I just like him for being bad. Like he's just cool for being dumb, and his design is threatening. But Topic, he was cool, I guess. Like his only power was like open the flipping mask up. Oh my god. weird face. Like, I don't know, it wasn't really a good joke. I think there's other aliens that are much more powerful than Topic that does the same thing. Again, I know I'm being dumb and all, but Game is the worst. Alright, next we have Amphibian versus Crosshopper. Crosshopper was a grasshopper, but like, crushes on you? Like, I don't know, it was just a weird alien to really like make. Well, Amphibian, which I don't know why the F is capital, but anyway, Amphibian, he could like go into electric. Like he was kind of like he was sort of the feedback of Ultimate Alien. So this one's kind of hard. I don't really like. They're both cool, but like, But I'm gonna give this Amphibian. Next we got Big Chill versus Buzzshock. I already explained Buzzshock, but Big Chill, really cool alien. I really like the design, obviously, and he does get some points for that whole Ben giving birth because Big Chill is apparently a female. I don't know, but give this a Big Chill. Next we got Goop versus Astrodactyl. Astrodactyl's a weird alien. Like it was just he could fly. I remember did something else. I can't really put my finger on it, but they have Goop, who was a really cool alien. The only really disadvantage he had was like the little disc thing. He could like move around and like it was like a slime. I really like that. I'm gonna give this a Goop. Nearing the end, we have Ultimate Humongosaur versus Ultimate Echo Echo. Now, as a lot of you will find out, I love Ultimate Echo Echo. I'm clearly going to give this to Ultimate Echo Echo, and I really love the design. Just such a cool alien. One of the strongest out of Ben's, probably. And yeah, again, Ultimate Humongosaur, I think is a little overrated. I don't really like him. And the Ultimate version's cooler, shoots missiles. I think he's much better, like, drawn out, like, in theory, than Humongosaur, but give him this to Ultimate Echo. And for the final round 2 aliens, we have Gray Matter versus Diamond Head. Both of these are actually, again, they're OGs. I actually like both of them. Diamond Head was like sick in the show. He had a lot of good fight scenes, like including with forearms. I think Ben used him a lot, and he was just strong. He was actually there a lot. Gray Matter was used a bunch, but he was more again. He was a smart. Like, he was like the smartest alien he had. But I'll be real with you. That one episode where they were at like a water park and some guy just took Gray Matter, I really did not like that episode. Just because Diamond Head would have more cooler parts, I'm gonna give it to Diamond Head. And with that, that was round 2 of the bracket. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Whenever the next video is posted, we'll have round 3 and round 4 up. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.